not every influencer is down to be an affiliate. Like, that is the reality. But the good news is a lot are. And the better news is that the influencer space is transitioning towards affiliate. And obviously, like Social Snowball, we've been screaming this from the mountaintops, and like it's slowly been happening. But TikTok Shop just accelerated that aggressively. TikTok Shop really enforced into the market that, hey, influencers are affiliates and the future of influencer marketing is affiliate programs. So now it's becoming more and more accepted. And I think influencers are realizing that brands don't just care about their engagement rate, they care about attributable revenue. And so it's definitely moving in that direction, which is great for brands and the creators, candidly, because now they have to actually create content that converts.
Noah Tucker, Social Snowball on the D2C podcast. Great to have you here. I want to start with a quiz before we do anything here. So what is the marketing channel that drives at least 5 times more sales than a paid media impression? It has a 37% higher retention rate, according to a Deloitte study. 88% of consumers trust this channel, and it jumps to 91 when that goes to millennials and probably even more when it goes down. What is that channel?
Word of mouth.
That's right. We've never talked about really word of mouth. And I was just going over your website and I just like how you have word of mouth as kind of like the big umbrella. Obviously, people are interested in your affiliate programs and what that means in today's context. But I feel like word of mouth is this like secret giant when it comes to people's purchasing decisions.
Agree. I think so many people throw out the words like affiliate, ambassador, referral, creator, influencer. Like the umbrella over all of it is word of mouth marketing.
And that's what you guys do at Social Snowball. Give me the rundown for those that aren't familiar.
Yeah, so like super high level, we're an influencer and affiliate platform for e-commerce brands. What makes us unique, like the word affiliate has kind of changed a lot. If you zoom back like 10 years ago and said the word affiliate, it meant something very different than what it means today. So like I like to call those like more dated affiliates, the legacy affiliates. And what I mean by that is like publishers, listicles, review sites, bloggers. That's what the word affiliate used to mean exclusively. And today those are still affiliates and still important affiliates, but there's also a new type of affiliate that brands are partnering with. And I call these like the modern affiliates. And under that umbrella, there's like creators, influencers, ambassadors, and even a brand's own customers can be affiliates. So pre-Social Snowball days, and kind of how the idea started for Social Snowball is if a brand wanted to partner with one of these like modern affiliates, like an influencer creator, in an affiliate partnership, so not just like deliverables for content, like they wanted to partner with an influencer as an affiliate, they'd have to use tech that was really more built for the publisher listicle review site affiliate. And the truth is, the user experience and functionality that you need to have a successful partnership with one of these like more listicle review site publisher affiliates is just super different than what you need for an influencer creator affiliate partnership. They're just the word affiliate we use for both of them, but they're two like totally different channels. So Social Snowball is essentially the first affiliate platform for D2C that's just laser focused on enabling partnerships with these more modern affiliates, meaning influencers, creators, ambassadors, etc.
I love it. Affiliate is an incredibly fraught word because aside from those two things, it could also mean, a toolbar app that's just basically, stealing referrals and giving people discounts like a coupon app. Or it means how I came up in the space, which was as a media buying affiliate, which media buying affiliates, because they're so mercenary, they only make money when they drive a profit, are not always the best for brand experience and not always the best for brand fealty or loyalty, right?
Yeah, the word affiliate has a lot of different meanings. I went to Affiliate World Dubai a couple years ago, thinking that it's going to be like super relevant to what I do, and I was like totally blown away when I got there just to see a bunch of like scammy traffic sources and like scammy offers.
Cloaking
and I was like, I was like, what is this? And then I really realized how many definitions the word affiliate has. So yeah, Social Snowball, we focus on like just one kind of subset of all of that.
It's funny. Your tool is called Social Snowball, and I see you're on all these podcasts, and I feel like most people are coming to you. It's like your brand at Social Snowball is doing what you purport to be able to do for other brands, which is like be magnetic and be interesting. So congrats on that.
I'll take that. Thanks.
No problem. But like, talk a little bit about how it breaks down for the brands who work with you. Like, I'm curious, like what percentage of a healthy Social Snowball affiliate program are your own customers versus, people, creators that you go out and connect with?
Yeah, it definitely varies a ton brand to brand. I think like the customer affiliate program is just really low hanging fruit. Like it's something that every brand should be doing. And this is not the same as like a give five, get five, refer a friend program where the only incentives are like coupons or points. Those don't really do that well because like the only incentive that you're giving a customer to refer a friend is really like a loyalty incentive, and a loyalty program is different than a referral program, right? Like a loyalty program's goal is retention and LTV, and then a referral program's goal is customer acquisition. But when the only incentive to refer a friend is like a loyalty based incentive, meaning like a coupon, that coupon is only valuable to the customer if they're planning their next purchase. But let's say you have like a lower LTV brand, which is not necessarily a bad thing, like you're selling furniture, let's say, and everyone who bought your product loves it and they want to make referrals, but their only incentive to do so is a coupon. They're not going to be incentivized to actually go ahead and make that referral. Or even if you had a higher LTV brand, let's say you have a 60% repeat purchase rate, you're still excluding 40% of your customer base from having an incentive to create to make a referral, because that incentive is just contingent on them planning their next purchase. So like these give five, get five referral programs just don't capture the referral value out of your customer base that you need. So with turning customers into affiliates, and if you actually treat them as affiliates and enroll them into an incentive structure like you would an affiliate, obviously make the experience a little smoother and more intuitive for them, you could generate a ton more revenue from your customer base than you would with these like give five, get five referral programs. So like the brands that we talk to that are doing this give five, get five, it's rarely generating over 1% of GMV. Like 1% of GMV is like the best we've seen them do. The turning customers into affiliates programs at Social Snowball are generating on average like 4 to 5% of GMV, and on the high side, 10 to 12, some brands even 15% of GMV, which is like astronomically more meaningful to any business. So it's a combination of having cash incentives, creating a tiered structure so that affiliates or these customers can unlock higher rewards as they continue to make more referrals, and then just having a super smooth post-purchase experience, like creating an affiliate link and code for every customer right on the thank you page, integrating that with Klaviyo or whatever other ESP you're using so that in the post-purchase flow, everyone's getting a code and link. Just making that experience super smooth goes a long way. But setting up that program is super easy. It's low hanging fruit. It's like turnkey, basically. It doesn't require a lot of work. So I think that's something that every brand should be doing.
What's a brand that's done that really well that you're able to talk about? Like, what's a good example of a brand that's really excelled at turning their customers into affiliates?
Yeah, good question. So one that just jumps to my mind is called the Pod Company. I don't know if you've heard of them. It's like ice baths and cold plunges.
Oh, cool.
They have a killer program. Their program generates like, I think now it's over 150K per month of just customer
That makes
referrals, which is
sense.
just insane. And so they do a
Ice
few
baths are
things.
like an opposite Fight Club because when you have one, you have to talk about it.
You have
So
to,
it's
or
you have to
yeah,
talk about
it's
it.
not
Yeah.
socially acceptable to not post an Instagram story. So you might as well throw an affiliate link in there.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, so they're doing a lot of cool stuff. I mean, so they are sending a ton of emails to their customers to engage them in the program. They're doing a giveaway. They have a high average order value. So every customer who refers at least one sale in a 1 month window, like it resets every month, gets entered into a giveaway for a free sauna or something. They do that every month. So everyone is incentivized to continue making referrals month over month over month. They do the basic stuff like the reward tiers I was telling you. So it's like maybe after you refer 3 sales, you unlock a gift. After you refer 5 sales, you unlock, a higher commission rate. That stuff works well. Another thing they do that I think more brands need to be doing is they have their customer service team in on the referral program, and they have like a macro in Gorgeous or whatever they're using so that at the end of every positive customer interaction, the CS team is plugging the referral program. So it's like, let's say like someone's like, hey, where's my order? The agent gets it all resolved. And then at the end of that conversation, they're like, hey, by the way, here's the affiliate link or code or whatever that we already generated for you when you made a purchase. Here it is again, just as a reminder, every time you share this with friends and they use it to make a purchase, we'll send you $10. And just having like, if you get like a few hundred tickets a day, those are a few hundred additional touch points you have with your customers, engaging them in the referral program, and little things like that really can make a big difference.
Everything is converging now, right? In a lot of ways, esoterically, also within the business, it's like you want your, customers are becoming creators. Everyone
Yeah.
within the next 5 years is going to have some kind of social presence. You got TikTok shops coming in to become like, this hybrid of entertainment and selling kind of thing.
Yes.
So what are the other kinds of affiliates you see working well with Social Snowball?
Yeah, so the other type would be, so that's like customers, right? The other type would be more influencer affiliates. So there's a lot of different strategies that we see brands deploy for influencers. I mean, the most basic one is product seeding and gifting at scale, and then engaging the people who receive that gift into your affiliate program. So instead of just, a lot of people will just seed with the same mindset that like, influencer marketing, people used to just focus on like content and brand awareness. Now it's like more focused on attributable revenue and new customer acquisition, which obviously affiliate powers. So with seeding campaigns, a lot of brands are focused on just like, oh, we'll give you this and like hopefully you'll make some content for us. But you could really turn that relationship into like an ongoing affiliate partnership where after they post, they're in your affiliate program, they're earning commissions for the sales they're referring, they're working their way up these tiers and unlocking new gifts, and they're receiving, automated emails from Klaviyo. Like, you can integrate Social Snowball and Klaviyo so that when they're working up these tiers, like it's engaging them. Like you could really build a long-term relationship where the core of it is driving new customer acquisition with these influencers that you're seeding. So that's like the basic strategy that we see a ton of people do with influencers, and Social Snowball makes it easy for like the gifting and the all of the management and attribution and payments.
And then in that process, are they often doing the searching just old fashioned, like, finding people in their niche, DMing kind of thing? Or are they using other tools to do that at scale?
It depends, honestly. I think a lot of brands, it's a combination. Like they're getting inbound from influencers frequently. They're doing outbound, finding influencers on social media. There's like search platforms. There's TikTok Creator Marketplace. Like there's a lot of different ways that the matchmaking happens. And that's actually something we're working on now. Not released yet, but we're working on a pretty cool solution for that influencer matchmaking and discovery
I like
process.
that.
So
Obviously,
that's the next problem we're tackling.
Is it hard? Is it a challenging conversation introducing this to these affiliates who are like this kind of affiliate, the creator affiliate, who's used to maybe getting paid per post or getting paid on these more archaic models? Like, how do those conversations go?
It's a great question. So truthfully, not every influencer is down to be an affiliate. Like that is the reality. But the good news is a lot are. And the better news is that the influencer space is transitioning towards affiliate. And obviously, like Social Snowball, we've been screaming this from the mountaintops and like it's slowly been happening. But TikTok Shop just accelerated that aggressively. TikTok Shop really enforced into the market that, hey, influencers are affiliates and the future of influencer marketing is affiliate programs. And so now it's becoming more and more accepted. And I think influencers are realizing that brands don't just care about their engagement rate, they care about attributable revenue. And so it's definitely moving in that direction, which is great for brands and the creators, candidly, because now they have to actually create content that converts.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing because it's almost definitely incremental. It's when you go out to affiliates, it's true top of funnel, and when you do it internal with your customers, you essentially like massively reduce the cost to acquire that customer if they go out and make a sale, right?
Yep.
It just sort of seems to have impacts on all sides of the business potentially.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like kind of a flywheel, right? Your customers are just going out and sharing. Then new customers come in, they're also sharing. It's the social snowball.
That's right. Yeah, I think you've done a good job, like with that name, and I think it speaks to like the biggest worry of like new brand owners or people building a brand. It's like, what if I check all these boxes and nobody cares? And I think a lot of times when it comes to your referral program, your affiliate program, a lot of people are just kind of checking boxes, and that's when it'll trickle along at like the 1% and 2% or whatever. But when you treat it like a real channel and you really try to engage people with the upside of what this could be at scale, I think it's a no-brainer.
Totally agree. You got to treat it like a real channel for it to be a real channel.
Okay, well then go deeper on the affiliate, on the second type of affiliate, and what are some of the more advanced strategies that people are using there?
Yeah, there's a really fun one that I've seen more and more brands doing, and it's really, really interesting. It's really taking advantage of like these short form platform algorithms. And so I just like made up this term. I call this manufacturing virality because it's really like how brands are going viral consistently, not just like by luck, which is like a pretty crazy concept that wouldn't before be possible. So essentially what brands are doing is like so one brand that did a really good job of this is Tabs Chocolate. I don't know if you've seen them. It's like
they've been on the pod.
Oh, have they? Okay, cool. Essentially what they do and what a lot of brands are doing now is they hire creators as affiliates. So they're onboarding creators as affiliates, and those creators are not creating content on their own pages. They're actually making new pages for the brand on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for TikTok Reels
Noah's sex
Shorts.
chocolate, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah, so like
that's
it'll be like one person will make like tabs underscore chocolate. Someone else will make like at tabs dot chocolate. Like they'll just make variations of the brand. And let's say you do this with 50 creators. So 50 creators each make a new page on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. That's something like tabs double underscore chocolate, etc. That's 150 new pages that just like went out into the internet. And then you'll send them the product. You'll enroll them in the affiliate program. You'll give them their codes and links. That's their incentive, right? Because they're going to make money if their posts do well. And then they'll start creating content. You'll give them maybe like a content bank, a Google Drive of content that has worked so they can use that as inspiration or maybe chop that up into their existing content. And then let's say you require them to make like 3 posts per day on their pages. And then in order to be in the program, and then they could repurpose those posts across like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube on those new pages they created. So it's really a numbers game. Like going viral, assuming your content is good, it has to be good. Like you don't want creators that don't know what they're doing, but assuming the content is pretty good, if you have 50 creators, 150 pages, 3 posts a day repurposed across all 3 pages, that's 450 pieces of content going out into these short form platforms per day. It will go viral. Like that is how you manufacture virality. Like that is the solution to that. It's not like will it go viral? It will. It like for sure will. So
it's a numbers game.
and then like when it does go viral, like those affiliates make a ton of commissions and that's great and you're driving a ton of revenue. And then you could kind of take that content and showcase it to the rest of your affiliate program. Be like, hey guys, this is what's been working really well. Use this as inspiration. And then maybe if like you only had like 3 affiliates going viral before, maybe like in a couple of weeks you could have 10. And then it could really become like a powerful channel where you're just cranking out tons of great content, and whenever it hits the algorithm, you're making a ton of revenue. The affiliates are making a ton of commissions, and it's just like kind of this feedback loop.
And you're being seen everywhere. You're giving the
Yes,
impression by your customers that you're everywhere.
exactly. And the other great side effect is you just have an unfathomable amount of content being created. So if you get usage rights for it, which you would, like you could repurpose that for so many things.
Super cool. What are some other brands that have done specifically well on a specific part of the social snowball process?
Another brand that's done really well with that strategy, I don't know if you've seen Sweet Dreams. It's like this CBD melatonin gummy brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did the same strategy as Tabs, like the creators making branded pages, and that they also did really well with that. So it's definitely repeatable, which has been pretty cool to see.
And for something like that, I know we have a lot of people who listen to the podcast and read the newsletter who are in sort of like restricted categories where you can't always advertise externally for them, like CBD
Yeah,
potentially in some places. So this kind of strategy becomes even more imperative, right?
definitely, definitely. I think in general, like if you're a brand that's like a higher risk category, like affiliate is just like a no-brainer for you because you're probably already having difficulty with like paid ads channels. So this is like a great way to just have an owned acquisition channel where nobody can shut you down.
Super cool. So you're getting the word out here. It's funny. We talked about this event we have coming up in September, and you were saying like over half the speakers are kind of already using the tool.
Yeah.
What's been the best method for getting the word out? I'm gonna guess it's word of mouth.
For Social Snowball, you're saying? Like how are we
Yeah, for
finding
social
it?
snowball. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we do a lot of things. We do a lot of partnership related things. So events is part of that, but also like agency partners have been incredible. Agencies are offering influencer affiliate management as a service and they need a tool to fulfill that service. So Social Snowball becomes that, and that's been an awesome type of partnership. And then there's also agencies that just refer brands to us because brands are looking for software for, word of mouth marketing, and that's what we do. Beyond that, we've done like a lot of content marketing. I think in general, there's a huge lack of just knowledge and education around influencer and affiliate. Like if you were to compare the resources online for paid ads compared to resources for influencer, like it's not even comparable. Like there's so much education and free content and courses and everything you can imagine, community groups, etc., about paid ads. Like there's not a lot of education around influencer, and there's a lot of strategy in it. And although tools like Social Snowball, we do our best to productize a lot of it, you still need strategy when you're going into it. So we've just focused on educational content a lot, basically just teaching strategy on influencer and affiliate marketing, and then just kind of distributing that for free as much as we can. And then, people really like that content. We do like high production video courses, we do playbooks and ebooks, webinars, of course, like blogs, and we have a newsletter, all that stuff. So people are consuming our content to learn influencer and affiliate. and we're building trust with them when we're giving them this content, and then hopefully, the idea is when they're ready to buy an influencer or affiliate software, they'll want to come to us.
How big a channel can this be for brands? I know it's going to vary depending on how much they put into it and everything, but like, what's the upside in terms of how big of a channel this can be for brands?
Yeah, so I think with customer affiliates specifically, the best that we've seen that do is around like the 10 to 15% of GMV. That's like the very highest end. Most brands that are working with us, it's more like the 4 to 6% kind of range. Influencer though, it's really difficult to put like a percentage of GMV cap on that because it theoretically could be 100% if you're not running paid ads. Some brands can't, we work with like some cannabis brands that like can't really run paid. I would imagine like a big chunk of their revenue is coming through influencer and affiliate, if not all of it, their D2C revenue at least. So, with influencer, it's harder to say like what that really great percentage of GMV is, but for customer affiliate, like if you're doing 10% of GMV from customers referring, like that's an incredible program.
Very cool. And does it generally replace your loyalty program? Like this is
No.
this sort of no, you still run your loyalty program.
I would absolutely continue your loyalty program. That's the thing is like traditionally loyalty and referral were grouped together. It's like, oh, this is our loyalty and referral product. Like it's the same thing. But the truth is they have such different objectives as programs. Like loyalty's focus, North Star, right, is like retention and LTV, and referrals is not that. It's acquisition. And when you end up blending them together, you kind of like are stuck in the middle of what are you trying to maximize, and you end up maximizing neither. So like what I was talking about before with like if your referral programs incentives are only loyalty based, you're not going to be maximizing the customer acquisition from the referral program or the loyalty from the referral program. It's just going to not get a lot of usage, and there's no point in that. So the way I always tell brands that are coming onto Social Snowball is like keep your loyalty program. Absolutely. But disable the referral feature. That's probably like one little button in your dashboard. Keep everything else. Use Social Snowball for post-purchase customer affiliate / referral, and both of them can run in harmony.
Makes sense. And it's not, maybe the people that are interested in the affiliate program might not be interested in the loyalty. You might be hitting two separate audiences potentially as well for what they're really interested in doing.
Yeah, and there will be some overlap, and like we've even had brands create like a Shopify customer account section where you could pull it like pulls in some data from Social Snowball and some data from their loyalty program, so they could like see it in their Shopify customer account, and that stuff is awesome. Like I think we love that kind of stuff, but you don't want to overlap the incentives too much, or else you end up like kind of creating like a incentive structure that nobody's going to engage in.
Yeah, that makes sense. So what are the size of brands that are coming to Social Snowball and seeing successes? Like what is there? I guess it's from startup, really. You want to be capturing as many customers as affiliates as possible.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say like, the smaller brands we're working with are around like 1 million to 3 million annually, and then most brands are more like the 5 to 20. We work with some that are like over 100 million, but mostly in like the 5 to 20. We work with some that are like in the 50 range. But yeah, I mean, the truth is like some brands launch with an influencer strategy. Like that's how they launch, and like Social Snowball is one of the first pieces of their tech stack with their launch because they want to launch with influencers, and we become like a huge part of their go-to-market strategy. And then other brands have a huge paid strategy and they've been running all these other channels for years, and then they want to add influencer or add referral, and then they come to Social Snowball. So there's no necessarily right or wrong. It's at the end of the day a business decision when you want to incorporate influencer, affiliate, and referral into your overall strategy.
I just think that authenticity is the currency in so many different ways, and it's increasingly more so for more savvy younger and younger generations. So I feel like authenticity kind of underlies this tool, because it's like even if you're working with a creator or an affiliate, they're on the same skis as you. They're incentivized to make sales, which is what you want necessarily, right? So your it's a way of aligning incentives in a way that will produce more authenticity, I would imagine, in your marketing.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you only want to work with influencers that you think their audience will resonate with your product, and like it's so interesting because like people are always asking me like, how do you know if an influencer is going to be a good affiliate? And it's like engagement rate is like like kind of important, but like what I really look at to see like will this like Instagram in particular, will this influencer be able to drive sales? Is like how often are they posting other brands? Like, are they posting links to brands, discount codes to brands? Are they tagging brands frequently? If yes, that is the biggest green flag possible. It does not mean they're saturated. It does not mean people are sick of them posting brands. It means they're audience follows them to learn what to buy. And like this is like a concept that I think us as marketers can be so removed from that we don't really understand that there's influencers that people follow just because they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then there's influencers people follow because they want to know what products they're using because they want to try those products. Like my parents will buy anything that Tim Ferriss says to buy. They won't even question it. They'll just buy it that second. This is a little bit different, of course, but it's a similar concept where there's influencers that, they're very selective about the products they're sharing. They're not going to share a product that they don't think their audience is going to like. And since their audience does like every product they bought from them, they can't wait to see the next product that they share.
Super cool. On the customer side of things, how much education goes, because that's, with creators, they know about pay to play, they know about, whereas your customers, it's a whole new concept for a lot of them that hey, I could earn cash by having a party and selling a bunch of Tupperware or whatever. How much goes into educating your customers, and are you sending assets to them as well about what's worked in the past?
I would say quite a bit, and like a lot, it can be fully automated. So, like for example, Social Snowball can integrate with like Klaviyo or whatever your ESP is, so that post purchase, or even like from a sign up form on your website, if a customer is enrolling in your program, you could enter them into a welcome flow that explains how the program works, explains the payout schedule, explains the commission tiers and what they could work towards, explains how they could redeem gifts if they hit different milestones, explains all of the questions, and even more basic stuff like what is a referral program, how people might not even understand that their friend has to use their link or code. Like you want to explain it. You want to explain every detail so that not only are you going to avoid like angry customer affiliates down the road that thought that something happened but it didn't, but you're just going to maximize engagement by answering all these questions up front. So by like setting up a really simple Klaviyo flow, and we have like templates for this stuff, but a simple Klaviyo flow that just explains to new customers how the program works goes a very long way.
You may decline to enter this, but do you foresee somewhere in the future where there's a meta layer on this where people will be able to go out and recruit other people to make sales? Like, you know what I mean? Like I know this isn't MLM. This is only like one level of marketing. Do you ever foresee it getting to that like meta level?
I mean, it can. I personally don't love MLMs. I just like kind of like staying away from that. But
Yeah.
like it's possible that the market moves in that direction. It's definitely like functionality that has been requested a few times from our customers. Like, oh, we want to build like one level below or something, and we just have kind of avoided it for the time being. It's not exactly where we want to focus our engineering resources, but
Yeah.
the market could move in that direction. Things could change.
I like that you said you're building that like marketplace piece, because I think that could be a huge accelerator for the biz. What else can you talk about that's kind of on your roadmap for this year or beyond even? Where do you want to take it?
Sure. Yeah. So like if you look at our current product, right, like we've solved some really great problems around like influencer management, attribution, payouts, gifting, and like the whole customer referral side of that as well. But, one thing that we haven't solved for, which, we talked about, is the influencer sourcing, discovery, matchmaking. So that's the next problem that we're going to tackle. And I can't get into too much details about it, but it's going to be basically solving the problem of finding really great brand fit influencers at scale so that you never have to worry about that problem anymore. Like this Social Snowball will also solve for that. Another piece that, for Social Snowball to really be the all-in-one platform, another big piece is around content. Although our product will always revolve around attributable revenue and, affiliate will be at our core, there is a lot of importance to also incentivizing content and capturing content. And there's just like functionality around that we will be adding to the platform pretty soon as well. So those two would be like the next biggest projects in our roadmap.
One thing I've been thinking about, actually had Angie from Kind Laundry on, and they do a large portion of their business on retail. And I was wondering, can you put, QR codes on packages that direct people to an affiliate program? Has anyone done that yet?
Oh yeah, QR code on packages for sure. And also like on inserts to packages, like using QR codes as a way to drive retail purchasers to join an affiliate program is totally something I would recommend, and a few brands I could have definitely done that. Another thing that we've been working on, and I don't know how much I can share about this yet, but is a retail attribution solution for influencers and affiliates to drive retail purchases instead of just D2C. So that's like really, really exciting as well.
Oh man, I can't even think of how that would work exactly with the back end data coming in. It would have to come in from the stores themselves.
So basically, it involves the consumer having to take a photo of their receipt after the purchase.
Oh, interesting.
And there's an incentive for them to do so.
Very cool. And then how are you as an organization, and maybe even just personally, using or thinking about AI at this point?
Great question. I mean, so myself, I'm using it a lot for like just little tasks. AI and influencer is a funny topic because I always think of like the AI influencers that are literally not humans, and I don't think that's going to stick around because I just think that like the whole point of social media is you want to have like a connection with a human, and like maybe you aspire. There's something about an influencer that you aspire for, like like their cooking or you like their lifestyle. So I think like that is something that AI won't be able to replace. So I'm not super bullish on that, but I think just in general, like in technology, like we use AI right now to like build on brand sign up forms for like we use to customize the CSS of a sign up form to look like it's pixel perfect to a brand's website. Like we use AI for that. I think there's a lot that could be said for AI when we're talking about like the matchmaking of finding like the perfect influencer for a brand. There's a lot of like inputs you could look at from an influencer's content and what they're talking about compared to like what a brand's products are, and then matchmaking can happen that way. So I think that's a great play for AI. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely say in my day to day, it's saved quite some time.
Yeah, AI influencers is an interesting topic for sure. It's definitely going to be tried, and I think the affiliates, the greasy media buying affiliates, you know what I mean? Like the people that can just be like, oh, I can just now spin up 10,000 creatives that speak to like every single potential customer avatar. Like, oh, I'm a fisherman who's past 40 or whatever. Like you could literally be doing like micro targeting with avatars potentially at scale. And I bet there'll be a lot of affiliates out there who try to figure that out, because I feel like but it won't be net benefit for the industry, and it'll put a premium on authenticity, right? It'll put a premium on people, having these authentic connections to your products and wanting to sell them.
Yeah, I think there's also a difference between like an AI UGC creator that's like not someone you're supposed to recognize and an actual AI influencer that you look up to. Because for a UGC creator, I guess like I don't know who any UGC creator is for an ad that I see anyway, but if they say something really convincing, I might buy it. So like that's a little bit different than like an influencer that I've been following that I look up to that I think is really cool. That I don't think could ever be AI. Like I couldn't imagine myself following someone who doesn't exist and being like, oh, I can't wait to see what they're doing today, or I can't wait to see what products they're buying. Like that just doesn't feel human. So I think those are like two separate things. Like the UGC play I could see doing better than the actual like influencer.
Who knows? Maybe half of our influencers are AI and have been for years. You never know.
Maybe I'm AI.
We don't. Maybe we are all. I think we might be in one big AI right now.
We might be.
Before we go down that rabbit hole too far, where should people go to check this out? And do you have any special offers for the D2C listeners?
Wow, I actually didn't think of one before this, but I will give one. Well, to find us, you could go to socialsnowball.io and then book a demo if you want to check us out, or install our Shopify app. Okay, offer. I will give a 45-day trial to anyone who comes from the podcast. So we usually do usually 30 days. I'll do 45 days. So yeah, if anyone doesn't want to sign up but wants to talk influencer affiliate, you can always find me on LinkedIn or Twitter as well.
Well, thanks for coming on the D2C podcast. This was awesome.
Yeah, appreciate you having me. This is a good time.
Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. If you're not a subscriber to our newsletter, you can do that right now at directtoconsumer.co. I'm Eric Dick, and this has been the D2C podcast. We'll see you next time.